4 or 5 round 1 KOs to a title shot using only Nick Diaz, I think, or something similar to that. Like, he didn't get out of the first round up to all the way to his title shot. He may have went to the second at a push, but for at least 2 or 3 of them, it was some very effective Nick Diaz usage. Conqueror, on the other hand, typically being a grappler himself, he wants to keep it down on the mat, using the HUD to his advantage to really put the pace on. Neither of these guys are fault. Blackout is known to have some questionable grappling at times. You got to imagine he has made some improvements as the era has gone on, but if you're Conqueror, that's probably where you want to take it here tonight.
Yeah, and you said Conqueror's fighting Blackout right now?
Mm-hmm. That's the fight.
So, if I'm Conqueror, you're right. You would use the grappling, but like I say, them B3 boys, if to them it's a sprint, not a marathon. So they're trying to get you out of there. So if he can weather the storm and kind of drain his stamina, he has a really good chance. But you got to make sure you don't get ran over because them B3 boys trying to run people over, Pudgy.
Yeah, man. One thing I'll say, man, shout out to the B3 camp. One thing I'll say is that, like, I faced Blackout a few times on ranked and things like that. For the most part, like, our fights are, very intense. I haven't really seen him, like, compete at this level personally. But I just know that for any runs that I've had, he's always put up some very, tough, situations, I would say. So for him going with Nick Diaz, that's a good picture. That's a good pick for him to use. I think that, if it does go to the ground, he can be comfortable there as well. Just play the distance a little bit. But I just want to see what Conqueror can do because, he's also having some type of answer for every, punch that he's throwing back at him, Jay.
Yeah, and Blackout's a B3 boy, so there's no back steps. It's going to be straight pressure, all gas, no breaks from the break. So Michael Bisping got to make sure he circles off the cage. He don't back straight up to the cage because once you get corner trapped, it gets a little tricky, Pudgy.
Yeah, I think that we're just seeing clean boxing right now, Doc. And I think that, nice body kick. Nice hook.
Looking like Taz is happy to strike here, and he's putting the pace on against his opponent. Bisping is slowly getting worked and being pressured against the cage, but he's standing a good job of getting used to it. The one major thing does seem to be the case that Blackout is working that block quite heavily. Now going more for those clinch attempts and a takedown attempt, but Blackout getting the deny there, catching the teep on the end, and it's looking like he's going to go for his own takedown, interestingly. Maybe he feels better on top. Who's particularly sure? Seen weirder things in these days. A minute 40 left on the clock here, Joe. And you got to imagine if you're your opponent, you're looking to land some pretty heavy damage to make sure you've secured the round here.
Oh, that's a nice deny from Michael Bisping too. Drained his stamina a little bit because it looks like he's going to go into the next round with a stamina advantage. And in this game, it's a game of inches. Every little thing matters, Pudgy.
Yeah, it totally does, man. He got him in that full guard sweep. Hey, now, good denial there. He was like, no, you ain't going nowhere. Take these punches to the face.
Ooh.
Throw a backside. Backside, I mean. Yeah, he goes on the backside. Goes back to full guard. Was working on the body for the last couple of seconds of the round here. Yeah, I just think this is a very interesting match of what's happening here. Hopefully we'll get something completely different and, maybe in round number 2 there, Jay. What do you think?
I think this was a really close round, I think, if you look at them stats.
It's 43 strikes either way, 2 single strikes breaking it, going to the favour of Blackout there, Jay.
But I think we're about to get a brawl this round. I think they're about to get a little more comfortable. And Nick Diaz, like I said, going all gas, no brakes. And we're going to see how Michael Bisping responds to it.
I mean, well, he started out with that.
Ooh, that's how he responds.
Bisping the one getting the stun the first time round. Unexpected. The uppercut following suit. The hooks there and the straight also landing. Fantastic job. It looked like both of them were playing opposite roles here. Conqueror getting the stuns to begin with, and Blackout getting the first takedown of the night.
Yes, sir. Man, he got him with that slip. It was that slip hook, man. That's what got it. And you saw how fast that was, because I didn't even see what happened until I looked up, and then man just started, his light started flashing before his eyes here. So, but one thing about with Nick Diaz, man, he's just very tough. He's very tough to put out.
He got to get off the cage. He got to get off that cage. He had to get off that cage. I said that. He cannot let himself get on that cage. That combo changed everything. It changed everything. He was doing so good. Once he got stuck on that cage, he got pieced up, and he put him away.
One moment, Blackout is being stunned, having difficulty. The next minute, he's uppercutting Bisping as he falls down and just giving him hell to pay back for that one singular stun he got. Conqueror didn't know what hit him. None of us know what hit him. He just got pinned against the cage and absolutely